All right, so let me draw this closer. All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome back to MG Sports TV, Military Guna TV. As you can see, it's an old ball actually. Went to a schoolboy football game. I think it was the final JC versus Wilmers, and that is where I got this ball. Yeah, that is where I got this ball. Quite nice, kicks really, really nice. Sunday morning football played, yeah. Sunday morning football, and I have noticed that quite close to me, really, really close to me, like a foot away. Saturday morning football plays. They play Saturday morning football, so I need to find myself over there and play some football in the morning. But nevertheless, big up people all who are coming in. Massive, massive respect. Thank you very much for coming in. It's another failed campaign. It is another failed campaign in the eyes of what the Reggae Boyz want to do, how they plan to go about doing it. But that's just football, I believe. That is definitely football. We didn't want it to happen like that. We didn't want it to turn out like that. But what else can we do about that? What else can we do about that? That's just how things are sometimes. We want things to run smoothly most of the time, but unfortunately, that is not how things are situated. That's not how things are planned. But we just have to move on. We really have to move on. This is a hard one to take. We have seen numerous amount of failed campaigns this time out. We have seen a numerous amount of failed campaign this time out. In 1 year, actually, in 1 year, we have seen the team fail to make 4 attempts at the World Cup. 4 attempts at the World Cup in 1 year. And we come this close, but this far as well. Unfortunately. It's just unfortunate. Yeah? This thing right here is what you call joy, pride, fun, happiness, everything. Most of us, life is articulated in a football. Most of us, life is articulated in a football. What we do has a lot to do with football, most of us. Nonetheless, there are journeys in our life. We all have different journeys, but in some people's life, there are journeys, specifically the professional footballers. In their life, their journey is mostly surrounded by the aspect of gaining success from football. What they do in football emulates their success. Now, what we are seeing around the world is every nation basically moving forward in football despite major issues with whatever administration that they are running under. But for some reason, we can't say the same, we can't see the same for the Jamaican football. When you look at the senior team, there's a serious regression in regards to achievement. We generally don't achieve anything. But when you look at the local football, it's taking strides. Not huge strides, but it is taking strides. Now, the body which governs football in Jamaica, that is the Jamaica Football Federation, the body, Jamaica Football Federation, they control basically the life or the happiness of football players and football fans in Jamaica. So they now have the power to hold whoever they feel pleased as hostage. Is it right? Is it the right thing to do? Definitely not. It's not the right thing to do. But it is happening. Until we definitely start seeing changes from the top of the streamline, that is how we're going to see better aspect. Guys, I would really appreciate it if you guys come in and smash that like button. Hit that like button, people, please. So Jamaica faced 4 World Cup failures in 1 year. Who's to blame? Players, coaches, or administration? Now, let's look at this. Throughout the 4 attempts that we faced, the 4 attempts, there was different players. There was different coaches. Even two of the attempts had two different coaches appointed. No, there's only one common denominator. That is the administration. When we look at the under 20 preparation, big up Damien Hyatt and Ramsey, big up as well. Giovanni, big up. The coaching certainly doesn't help, but this administration is something else. So administration has a huge impact on how football is going to get better. I am worried because the local product has so much potential to improve on a larger scale. And the reason why I am worried is certainly because if we don't get it right, the local product will not hit that high heights that they should. Players won't get the big pay that they should. Top sponsorship won't come in as though they should. If we don't be extremely careful in how we govern football in Jamaica. We have to be mindful that football in general is a business. And because football is a business, we have to remember that everything that happens in the realm of football, it is considered as one of our two things, content and product. Or you can just say product. It is considered as product. When sponsorship are interested in what you have to offer, they are interested in the product. Our product that we have to offer looks as if it has great potential on the senior team, on the local football, on the junior competition that are happening, on different aspects. The products look good. The product looks really good. Now, in every product, you must have, or in any business, as football is, the product of football in Jamaica has the potential to blossom in one hefty funding. Sponsors are looking in. People are watching. Many people are watching, waiting on the opportunity to see how they can get the returns from it. Now, when you want to invest some money, so let's take a stand. Let's have a look at. So let's pretend that we are sponsors. Right? And you say you want to sponsor the local football, or you want to get involved with the Reggae Boyz at the junior level, the youth level, and you own Water FC, or you own a water company, big $1 billion company. You want to sponsor the under 20 team, and you invest $100 million US in the under 20 team. You invest $100 million US in the under 20 team. So, as I said, now people, I wanted to keep track with me now. Put yourself in the shoes of a sponsor, and your company name is Water FC. It's a multi-billion dollar company. You invest $100 million in the under 20 team, hypothetically speaking. Now, you invest it in October. In November, the team is supposed to travel, and you as an investor or a sponsor got information that the team cannot hire a private jet to make to go to wherever they want to play. Now, that would make you concerned, because you're going to say, I didn't sponsor them $100 million US. So what happened to that money? How can you have monetary problems now with less than a month ago I gave you 100 million US? What happened to that money? And the answer is this. It was allocated to support other football clubs in the country, other schoolboy footballing projects in the country. And then now you're going to be like, as a sponsor, you're going to be like, you did not, or I did not invest that money for it to be allocated elsewhere rather than for the under 20 team. So why are you allocating my money, which I invested, to that? No, this is the question that you're going to ask now. Can I see the audits and the accounting balance of how the money was spent? That's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. So you want no transparency. You as the investor is asking for transparency. And guess what's going to happen when you don't get that transparency? You can file a lawsuit for mishandling of your own money. Yes, you can file a lawsuit because they didn't use your money in accordance to the contract that you signed with them. But you now know that what you invest in, you won't see returns for it because the money that you invest was not allocated in accordance to what you are investing in. So guess what? Next time they come to you, there'll be no funds. One of two things: you don't have it, or you remind them, hey, you didn't spend my money correctly last time out, So as an investor, you look at the product and the product looks good. Then you look at who is managing the product, because that plays a big part in how you want to invest your money. You hear about Bitcoin and all these type of aspects, and you said okay. You said okay. How am I going to invest in Bitcoin? They said for you to invest in Bitcoin, you must go through a broker. You will see your returns, but you must go through a broker. When you see the broker, and I said, no man, I heard you see the broker. You said, no man, I heard information about that broker. That same broker robbed up how much 1,000 people of their money. I can't put my money with that broker. So guess what's happening right now? All the sponsorship are saying I can't invest my money in that project because I'm hearing bad news or bad information from that about those persons who are handling the product. They won't allocate or they won't spend my money properly. So why should I invest in that? I, for one, I see many people going at the players. That's one. Two, I see many people going at the coach. Three, I see many people brushing over the aspect of how the administration handled the campaign. Was the campaign taken really seriously? Was there serious effort from the administration towards this particular campaign? Did they really take this campaign so seriously? Or when it was the fact that we came so close into qualifying for another World Cup or for a World Cup, that is when people start to shuffle up and say, no, they can't do it, They can't do it, And starting to see the returns if the qualification process would have gone through. Because people's eyes get wide open now and said, oh, why? Something can come from that, Really no. Really no. So as I said again, did they approach this under 20 campaign with the idea that we are going here to achieve some particular result. Because the truth is that many people weren't even speaking about the ideology of getting World Cup. Because most persons had said from the team was selected, the team is not good. And then now when we start seeing the boys grinding through, getting results, despite all the other aspects. So these are some of the things that we're looking at. Let me tell you from now, people. This program is going to go maybe about 30 to 45 minutes. Not sure it will go anything longer than that. Because I have to make a run. Let's look in the comment section. Aldine Home said, I'm not surprised the Under 20 failed. The coaching was terrible. Is it only down to the coaching though? We could ask ourselves the question. When you look at the Dummer players, the coaching was terrible. Player position on the pitch didn't make any sense. But could it be a case in which decision had to be made even if the coach like it, yes or no? Is that a possibility? Could that be a possibility? Hey guys, please remember to smash the like button, guys. Please, I'm begging you. Please remember to smash the like button. Karim Hughes said, football in general is a business. More military guna, big business. Yes, it is a huge, one of the largest business in the world. Football. Dwight Daly said, JFF is crosses, sponsors only come around when it's convenient. No one jumps on a bandwagon that has flats. True. Kyle Wallace, big up. And the scammer borrows from Peter to pay Paul. The JFF borrows from Peter to pay back Peter. That makes sense, you know? Kyle, if I say gotta go, it'll go. That it can't work. And it will never work. But I do think that the administration played a huge factor in this failure of campaign than the players and the coach. So if you should put in order of presidents, administration, coach, and you can't even blame the players. You can't blame the players. It's hard to blame the players. It's very difficult to blame the players. We can blame players. But should we really blame players? Should we really blame players? So the years of beating the Reggae Boyz, the rooted issue goes way deeper than them. Way deeper than the Reggae Boyz. Wonder why? Will it ever stop? When or how will we see a change? Some people at this time are saying that we should make the holistic sacrifice to allow FIFA to step in and the government to step in and just kick all life with them. Restructure everything. Ban us for 2 years. Pay a huge hefty fine. That's what many people are saying. For me, that's a no-no. That's a no-no in my book. That's a no-no in my book. Yes, we would want us to restart from scratch with a lot of transparency. But I do think that as fans, as pundits, I'm not a journalist. I wasn't certified as a journalist. I've never been to a journalist school. But that there's not many journalists in Jamaica that would do what we're doing. The vloggers, Ryan, Coach, Man's Man, that unseen, that's not many. Talawa TV, not many at all. Near Sovereign came here now. Near Sovereign came in the category to open our eyes to the policies of how things are being handled. So everyone is bringing something different to highlight how poor or the mismanagement of the entire administration. Now, in recent time, just a day ago or so, let me see. So let me get something. Let me see something. I can't remember the name of the organization now. But for sure, in recent time, we're seeing some, I would say, big heads in football showing that the SDF to be specific, showing that they themselves want to seek transparency. And it is a never-ending cycle of what is happening. It's a never-ending cycle of what's happening. Kyle Wallace said, I wouldn't blame the players. They are being abused like the supporters. The SDF should stop funding them to agitate for change. As it stands, the SDF did specifically said in their interview with, I think it's a Gleaner, that this is not despite the JFF. They said that, it is not despite the JFF. And when I saw that, no, is it spite? Was it the word spite they used? I'm not sure if it was spite, but it was in that context. And when I saw that, I'm like, I'm smiling, I'm like, this is saying to me that people are actually pulling away. It is saying to me that people are actually pulling away. That is what it's saying to me. You see this that I have in my hand on here? It's called football. Some say foot kick or mouth ball. But for sure, people are seeing what's happening. As I said, credit to the vloggers, credit to everyone, credit to the fans who are getting upset, credit to the fans who are going out there, credit to the diaspora who is getting involved, seeking for better. Everyone is doing that part, seeking for better, trying to understand what is the mission. What is our mission as a footballing nation? The footballing aspect, what is our mission? Do we want to become the best in the Caribbean? Do we want to become the best in the CONCACAF? If they would understand the amount of wealth that football comes with, if we should globalize, just tough it out, take away our personal needs and wants for just even 4 or 5 years, it's like going to school and you make a sacrifice for 4 years to get a degree, to put yourself in a position where you can make a lot more money. It's something similar to that. It's something similar to that. But the big question is, what is our mission? What is the JFF vision for football in Jamaica? Where do they see Jamaica in the next 5 years from now, in the next 4 years from now, which is the World Cup, in the next 10 years from now? Where do they see Jamaica ranking on a football basis in CONCACAF, in the Caribbean? We don't have to be a nation of 100 million people to be successful in football. We don't have to. And guess what? Because we are a small nation, it should be quite easier to fix and address. You know why? Because you can clearly identify the issues. You can clearly identify the issues. So it should not be hard to fix. Let me give you an example. Let's give you an example. So we have lots of players in the country. We have lots of players in the diaspora. So look at this now. It makes it more easier for us to pick the better players or the better talents or the top talents out of that region. It makes it easier to identify, to do talent identification. It makes it a little bit easier for us to do those aspects. It makes it easier for us to sort out infrastructure. Guess why? If we could say, okay, for every parish, for every single parish, let us construct a stadium that can facilitate top tier quality football, even host top tier competitions as well. So for every parish, we use some of that money that FIFA is giving to us on a yearly basis, or I think it's a yearly basis, or every 4 years. Anyways, and invest. We can start now and create some 40 to 50,000 stadiums, even 3 or 4. Maybe in a close central area like St. Catherine, and we already have one in Kingston, and one in St. Catherine. Let's say one in St. Anne, one in Clarendon. But the centralized area, so in the event, a competition, we can host maybe a under 20, host maybe a nation league, something like that, where we can see funds coming inside of the country, more funds coming inside of the country. But if we don't start to think business-wise, and not only business-wise for ourselves, but business-wise where everyone can benefit, I don't see us going further. When you have one person scraping off, there's $1 million available, Jamaican dollar, and we have 10 persons trying to take the $1 million. And by 2 days' time, that million won't worth anything because of the lifestyle they live, or they have other business to put that money into. And you'd rather take the $1 million versus wait out. Just wait for another year or 2. And you can get bigger funds than that. You can get bigger, huge funds than that. Let me see the comments. Lord O'Connor said, we got what we paid for. Fuzzy's a likable guy with limited coaching skills. I lay the blame in the lap of the JFF, who failed the players and failed the Jamaican people. Caribbean said, we keep going around in circles. Lanezra said, if I have seen the coach made just a bit of effort to adjust statics and it didn't work, then I would probably put the blame at the players. The coach did not do his job. All right, fine. Say the coach didn't do his job with the under 20 team. Let's say the coach didn't do his job with the under 20 team. Would you say the same for the Reggae Boyz team? Yeah, Tapa has his fault. But Coach Paul took over. We start playing better. But we still have the backroom issues which affected the players. And we have seen that in recent time in the Nation League. We have seen it in recent time in the Nation League that it doesn't matter who is the coach, there's always going to be off the field issues which mitigate or agitate the results on the pitch. Remember, now, people, we're talking about just a few weeks ago. We saw where we had our own players in Suriname and the Suriname players in Jamaica. We haven't forgotten about that. We haven't forgotten about that as yet, you know. we haven't forgotten about that as yet. We had Suriname players in Jamaica going down to the Bob Marley Museum saying, yeah man, and I play guitar. While the Jamaican players in Suriname, we haven't forgotten. That's just a couple weeks ago. Karim, you said military guna, why we can't get it right? Like, Karim, we can sit down here and talk every day, all day. But until the top of it get it right, only way that we can get it right. Football can make you rich, very rich. Great question, military guna. What is the mission? Karim, I gotta remember that question. Then we can start. I want to go back to it. The mission. Lanezra said, imagine the government withholding taxpayers' money from the JFF. What do you think corporate bodies will do with their money? Wow, that's true. That is so true. If government are going to withhold, what corporate bodies are going to do? Lord O'Connor said, this is not a punishment, but a reality that faces us, the SDF. Tennessee, big up. Tennessee said, military, the parish president are part of it also. Agree. Agree. Giovanni Play said, FIFA stop give them money until the FIFA investigation is up. I give them nothing more. Conrad Smith said, we need to protest 1 or 2 times every week at the JFF office. We can call the mainstream media. We have to do something. This is getting worse. Where is the enough is enough movement? You see, Conrad, this is the thing about it, you know. There was a movement started about enough is enough. And what happened? People started to get the movement started. People went to the stadium. Everyone was in their black. I wore my black as well. Fortunately, the entire coaching staff, I'm not sure if they know of the movement, but the entire coaching staff was in black. The players was in black. So I'm not sure if they knew of the movement, but everyone was in black. Many people in the stadium was in black. The banner was out as well. It went on national TV. Thousands of people have seen it. People said they saw it on Paramount Plus, and that's a worldwide stuff. The Enough is Enough banner was there. The JDF admin out banner was there. People saw it. Richard Swart said, military, you could have dropped ideas till you blew. Man, them only want an Airbnb for themselves in every parish. Possibilities, right? Sayan, big up. Brown from Jamaica. Antonio just said JCA players are overrated. Why? Can't put pressure on players them right now. Science said Tennessee Louis, big up. Science said MG, the kids them leave Honduras yet. Yes, they arrived this morning. They arrived today actually. Fuzzy did an interview on Sportsmax. You guys can go and check it out. He did an interview on Sportsmax. Speaking about the few players that he see that he said there's a few players that he called that he was impressed with. Conor Boyce Clark, Jamar Clark, Romain Blake, Bradley Morgan. Antonio just said it's difficult for a coach to teach all players technical skills. JCA players vision of the game and first touch is poor. But Antonio, last time out, you know, let me tell you, it's a team effort, you know. It make no sense at this point in time where identify and call out individual players. Because a team effort is a team effort. I know JCA players are Jamaica players, are local players outside of drop out of the commission. It's the entire team. Giovanni said Kokaka. I don't understand that. Pineda, big up Pineda. I'm not sure what you're typing. Carl Wally said that's treason to leave your soldiers, footballers behind in foreign land. JFF admin out. Yeah, treason, of course. Conrad said yes, we have to do it a lot more. Tennessee, what is Downswell role? This one just sitting there doing nothing. Downswell is there due to his experience in numerous campaigns. To help guide the team, I would say that was actually his role. People, I'm going 5 more minutes because I just got a message. I have to make a run, but let me address this last one. Conrad said the team was poor all tournament. Let me address the last statement that was made by Karim Hugh, which was let me see. I sure I started the message. Okay, good. So this is the message that I'm going to finish on. What is our mission? We have yet, I can't remember hearing a member of the administration of the hierarchical structure stating what we want to become. And I do believe that that's a question that I think I should bring up. I can't remember or recall stating the direction that we want to go, how we plan to move forward, what is the intent. I would really want to know how would the JFF administration address or assess that previous campaign, the previous World Cup qualifiers campaign, the previous Nation League campaign, and also this under 20 campaign. How would they assess it? What is their assessment of it? How would they grade it out of a scale of 1 to 10? Oh, okay, Lord O'Connor. Anyways, people, I have to go now. I just wanted to do a short stream. Let me read these last 2 questions first. Antonio just said, "Sir, military, it's an honor to represent your nation, your country. Guatemala and the Dam are examples of love for your country. Players should only focus on playing the game. There is too much noise around the players. I don't think you can escape from that. You won't escape from that. That is the reason why you have a committee involving the coach, management, and all these aspects, the team managers and these people who should keep the players in check on a regular basis. Ask the players how you're feeling, what do you think about this, what do you think about that, how you think we can improve, and these things. I think that is the reason why we have the management staff, these people around the team. I think that is the purpose for it. Signboard said mission is to get local players sold at any cost. All right, so let me so as we said, still people, I'm going to finish on this. We need to know what is the mission. I do think that this is something that we need to address. What is the mission for Jamaica? What is our vision for the Reggae Boyz team? What is the vision for football in Jamaica? What is it that we want to achieve out of football in Jamaica? Do we want to sell players? Do we want to build a foundation? Do we want to improve in quality? Do we want to create a nation, a footballing nation? Do we want to build that footballing culture? This is something that we need to ask, and this is something that we need to look at. People, as I said, people, thank you very much for tuning in. Massive respect to Udo, to you guys, to the time out to be here. Until next time, people, I'll see you guys again. We're out. We're out, people. Football, we love you. JFF, hicks up. Big up, people.